But while Theresa May says the case that found Gavin Williamson was the source of the Huawei leak is closed, Labour want proof.
The essential point here is that the Prime Minister has sacked the Secretary of State for Defence because she believes there is compelling evidence that he has committed a crime. But despite that, she does not believe he should face a criminal investigation. Where is the justice in that?
Gavin Williamson denies he leaked information from the National Security Council meeting, publishing a letter to Theresa May after being summoned to number 10 last night, saying he is confident that a thorough and formal inquiry would have vindicated his position. Innocent or not, his decision to come out of cabinet fighting has been criticised by the opposition.
Well, I think it's quite extraordinary, his behaviour, for a former minister to behave like this, and it shows a complete breakdown in discipline in Theresa May's government. And yes, clearly there needs to be a police investigation to get to the bottom of it. But what we're seeing now is people putting leadership ambitions before the good of the country. And it really worries me that we now have a government that really cannot function. We have a Prime Minister who's completely lost authority.
But Gavin Williamson has never played by Westminster's rules. Promoted to the top of the MOD from relative obscurity, a former government whip with no military experience. And those who doubted his capability didn't have long to wait for a reason to jibe.
Frankly, Russia should go away, it should shut up.
His gaffes were pounced upon, his love of social media, of animals, and his eagerness to try out military kit was often criticised. But he fought hard for the armed forces, taking plans to scrap HMS Albion and HMS Bulwark off the table and securing an extra £1 billion for the defence budget. He will, his supporters say, be a loss to the department.
I think he was a good defence secretary. He sometimes said things that took people by surprise, that were perhaps a little bit gauche. But in terms of the campaigns he waged and the support he showed for the armed forces, I think he was a very good defence secretary indeed. In particular, he fought extremely strongly to resist further cuts in the budget for the armed forces. And I think the Royal Marines will always have a very soft spot in their hearts for him.
For this was a different kind of defence secretary, one who was popular with personnel. One who didn't claim to know all of what the armed forces did, but instead used every opportunity to learn and to experience their work. After 18 months in post, he's gone from the job he called the best in government to the backbenches.